Carl Gustav Jung is a Swiss psychoanalyst whose theories on analytical psychology has influenced the world over the last century. Friends with fellow psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud, the two worked on theories in the early 20th century. Within this video essay I will be exploring Jung's theories of individualization with reference to Monty Oum's American anime series RWBY. Archetypes are the unconscious structuring principle of the psyche which make our experience, perception and behavior distinctly human. Archetypes are the part of the psyche which are inherited, instinctual patterns which may be realized in the individual personality. Jung believed that all humans inherit a collective unconscious. These shared associations memorialize as myths, legends, and fairy tales. Within RWBY, the fairy tale of the Four Maidens is an example of this collective unconscious. The story passed down from generation to generation. The individuation process refers to when a person's conscious and unconscious mind come together. When one is consciously aware of their unconscious thoughts. Jung states that individuation means becoming an individual, and, insofar as individuality embraces our innermost, last, and incomparable uniqueness, it also implies becoming one's own self. We could therefore translate individuation as coming to selfhood or self-realization. Within films we see main characters go on a journey. Inevitably when going on this journey our protagonists are going to find out something about themselves along the way. A protagonist may not start their journey looking for their inner self but will have to face it to defeat the antagonist. This is no exception for RWBY. Our four main protagonists Ruby Rose, Vice Schnee, Blake Belladonna and Yang Zhou Long are each on a journey to save the world of remnants from Salem's League of Evil. Jung talks about the individuation process in 3 steps: the shadow, the anima, animus and the wise old man. The shadow is the dark or repressed side of a character's personality, or as Jung calls it, the ego. To assimilate one must acknowledge and accept their moral deficiencies. We see this within RWBY thanks to the character Blake. During Season 1 Episode 15 The Stray, after Blake has an argument with Vice regarding the Phanis race, Blake runs away and removes her bow to reveal that she is in fact a Phanis. In the next episode Blake reveals her backstory to another Phanis named Sun and states that she was once a member of the terrorist organization the White Fang. Throughout the show Blake has had to confront her shadow side, from hiding her Phanis attributes, to fighting Adam and the other members of the White Fang, to removing and throwing away her bow in the second episode of Season 4. Blake has grown as a character through accepting her past. Jung's second step to individuation is the confrontation with the anima, for men, and animus, for woman. Hawk and Alistair write, the internal psychological feminine principle held by a man and the corresponding masculine principle at work in a woman's psyche. Both are psychic images arising from an inherent archetypal structure common to all human beings. Jung believes that men have a feminine component to their personality as well as women possessing a masculine component to their personality. Episode 6 in Season 2 has some interesting character development regarding the anima and animus. During this episode Yang is hosting the annual Beacon School dance. Due to social conventions, both Ruby and Sun must conform to their respective genders. During the episode Ruby struggles to wear high heels and Sun complains about wearing a tie. In the next episode Ruby is exposed when she is forced to fight in high heels. During the same episode John reveals his feminine side when he wears a dress after a bet with Kara in episode 5 that he would wear a dress if she did not get a date. The third step on the individuation process is the encounter with the archetype of the wise old man. This character within a story imparts knowledge and wisdom to the main characters, a mentor in another word. Within RWBY each character has their no mentor. Ruby has Growl. Vice has Winter. Blake has her family. Yang has her father Tai Yang. John had Vera. Aspen is also the true wise old man, even featuring in the fairy tales. Ironically not so now. Carl Gustav Jung's theories on analytical psychology show writers how to write characters that are not just individuals but how to write characters that grow to become consciously aware of their unconscious thoughts.